Hey guys, Eric Crowder from Nerdy Geek Talk, the source for all your nerdy geeky needs, here with episode 25 of Steel City Bots.
Woo, milestone.
Yup. And joining me today, we have Christabella. How are you?
I'm alright, doing pretty good. A little chilly, but that's my own fault.
It's actually pretty warm here, surprisingly, where I am.
I have the ceiling fan on, and for some unholy reason, I'm wearing a tank top. So, yeah, that's why I'm chilly.
You're crazy. Also joining me is Jared. Jared, how you doing?
Okay, not the greatest feeling in the world, but through.
I feel you. Soundjack, how are you?
I am tired.
I also feel you. Tanner, how are you?
Actually, the name for this episode is Riff Raff.
I regret not doing you. I was being nice and not doing you last and pretending to forget you, but let's just forget I said that. Miguel, how are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
That's good. You're like the only one.
Miguel's here. Oh my god, I didn't even know he was here. I didn't see him in the call.
Wait a minute, he didn't do me last this time? Oh my god.
Yep, and you already ruined it.
Well, no, wait. Never mind. All right, hey guys, I'm back. It's me. So what's cracking? You know, the weather here is really weird because it was like really warm today, even though it's like the middle of winter. Okay, because Jared, you know what I'm talking about, right? Pittsburgh weather, like you got to wake up, you got to check what season it is. In winter, it'll take a break from being winter for like 2 weeks and then go back to being winter, and it's just really crazy.
Oh,
He's
honey,
not
that's
wrong.
adorable. Oh, honey, that's adorable. Come to Central Illinois, where if you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes.
I don't know. You should come to Pittsburgh sometime. He's not kidding when he says the weather changes constantly, all the time, nonstop. It's
The
pretty
weather
crazy.
app is
Guys,
calling
check
for,
out
50,
this
for high
rare,
of like 50
rare
with snow.
orange variant of Cogman.
That's also
That is
happening
Diet
where I
Coke,
am.
Another Diet Coke.
That's also happening where I am, Guy. I think we've just screwed the weather. That's
Yeah,
just what I think is
think-
happening, but
Weather hates us.
Global warming is bad, kids. Remember, recycle. You'll save the polar bears. Polar bears are...
Yeah,
You know
polar
what's
bears
better?
are
The panda bears. But we'll get to that. We will get to that. I'm not even kidding. That's in the news.
You won't not.
Okay, you should know what I'm talking about, but we'll get there. Don't worry.
Yeah.
But anyways, this week in history. So we're recording this on February 26th, but this week contains February 28th, which in 2007 is when Escalation number 4, movie prequel number 1, and Stormbringer were all released in the U.S. by IDW.
Stormbringer, that's a great Deep Purple album.
I was putting it in for the movie prequel mainly because I would just like to emphasize the fact that, yes, at one point we got movie comics, and they were actually, like,
Really good.
good and helpful, and they filled in plot holes in the movies. And
and Dead End was a zombie.
and now that's more than one continuity, that's the case. But in recent years, they went away from that and stopped doing that for the movies, with Age of Extinction being the first one, then they stopped with Last Night 2, and there's none for the Bumblebee movie that we know of. But we are going to be getting a reboot in the cinematic universe eventually. So I just want to put that out there that, you know, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to have comic tie-ins for that. But,
Yeah,
you
it's
know.
almost like the more successful movies had the comic tie-ins.
I mean, hopefully the tie-in comics won't like spoil half the movie like they did for Dark of the Moon.
Yeah, well, was it a listing, or was it the actual comic?
The preview accidentally leaked like most of the book, and Ironhide's death was revealed like 2 or 3 months before the movie came out.
Oh no!
isn't that why wasn't it that Michael Bay didn't want the comics because of that kind of stuff?
Allegedly, he got really annoyed at the fact that happened, so he kind of lobbied that IDW would no longer be able to produce movie comics.
Mm-hmm. But I don't think it would be a huge thing to be like, hey, just stay away from major plot points and character deaths until after the movie's out.
Yeah.
Be smarter with how you put together the previews and don't accidentally leak most of the book.
Yeah, you know how you screwed up before. Just don't do that again. But
However,
Anyway.
Eric,
Very
Listen,
simple.
Michael May has screwed up a lot. It started back in 2007.
no, actually, everyone pretty much agrees that movie is pretty good.
Yeah.
It started in 2009.
I won't argue with that. That is definitely the worst of them.
Fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, that when they first brought up Devastator model on their computers in whatever place they were using to animate stuff,
Fried the
it
computer.
actually, it melted the hard
Yep.
drive. It was so detailed. I just found that so cool.
Yep. And it's very possible that we'll be getting a third-party figure of that at some point. I'm not even kidding. You seriously? Did you not pay attention to you? You rewatched the episodes. How did you not know that?
Oh yeah, that's right. You mentioned it because
Yeah.
they're like $1,000. That's right.
Well, we don't know how much it'll cost. That was totally just like us saying it would be. But no,
Oh.
literally a third-party company teased the silhouette with the hot rod.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So,
That's so
yep.
cool. I'm so excited. I forgot about that.
yeah.
Hype.
But speaking of movie and movie toys, Jared, what did you get this week?
I got Studio Series Bumblebee, which is a pretty much a scaled down retool of the Last Night Bumblebee, the second version that came out, and I'm really enjoying this figure. It's actually real nice.
Yep. So just to be clear, it technically is a new mold. It is just shared engineering, so it's actually not a retool. Like a lot of us, including myself, thought it was because of the fact that it is much smaller. So yes, it is very interesting to note that Bumblebee is very tiny. It's significantly smaller than Last Night Bumblebee, which
Yeah,
is
it's a
Small boy.
odd.
It's over a head like over a head shorter a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I have
So
them both sitting in front of me right now.
I feel like Jazz will be really nicely scaled.
Oh,
if that's the
I
case.
can't
He
wait
should
for
be
that figure.
tiny and nice. So yep. But yeah, so that's the one figure you got from Wave 1. But someone else on the show has already gotten the Wave 1 figures. Christabella. What did you get
Yeah.
Yeah, what'd you get?
I
this
got
week?
all 4 deluxes, courtesy of my loving wife, Me True. She's awesome. She got them for me. I'm happy. They are
Which is your favorite?
honestly probably just because of it's a unique Stinger, just because he's the most unique one and best engineered of the bunch. But they're all good. However, a couple things I have taken issue with a couple of the figures. First and foremost, I just like to address. I don't know if anyone else has had this. I've already had a couple QC issues with my B. Now, he's a good toy. I won't lie. It's nice, detailed, really cool. But, and if you have the toy, you'll know what I'm describing, where it is. In car mode, the windshield attaches into the top of the hood. But it has one of those joints where it's like it could pop out. You know what I mean? The raised bits on either side. The raised bits on either side. Oh wow, I'm hearing myself echo. One is actually wider spaced than the other, or maybe it's bent to the side a little bit. Either way, that piece does not fit in, and just sort of falls out. And his gun arm, his right arm, the shoulder jock. I said jocket again. What the heck? The shoulder socket is loose. Like his arm just flails. So
That's not good.
yeah, I'm thinking of doing that Hasbro call thing. But anyway, and then my other issue. This isn't quality control. This is just since we were told all the molds are unique. I do take some
Actually,
issue.
the Bumblebee arm flailing thing is actually a reference to both Prime and G1. Because you see, in Prime, Bumblebee was possessed by Megatron, and G1 Megatron had his arm could turn into a flail. So
Continue.
Okay, y'all can't see what just happened. He just kicked Cannon from the call.
He's already
And now
back.
he's back. Anyway, as I was saying, is that fact that Crowbar is with just some slight improvements and just some slight improvements and a bit of tweaking, is basically just Berserker. It's the same mold, basically, with just some small changes.
Well, new
Don't get-
parts. It's
But
like
it
all
ca-
new parts, but re-engineered.
Uh,
I mean, not re-engineered. Shared engineering, but
It's-
brand new parts.
It's... no.
I mean, they were the same in the movie, so
If you have both figures in your hands, you'll see what I mean, especially. But it's a cool looking toy, I won't lie. I was just a little disappointed and kind of figured that's what it was going to be anyway. But don't let that not be a reason. He's actually better than Berserker because he can actually... His alt mode is a solid transformation. There's no, like, bulging armor bits that pop off or whatever. It's a good... It's what Berserker should have been. But otherwise, Ratchet, pretty good, pretty basic. I like him. He was actually Ratchet was my first movie toy, so a little bit of nostalgia there. And then Stinger's awesome. He's red. Red's a pretty cool color. I like his transformation. I wasn't sure what that thing on his right arm was at first. I'm guessing that's some sort of cannon or something.
Yep.
I like to think of it as it's like a slingshot. Well, not like a slingshot, but like a rail gun. Like a rail gun kind of thing. That's how I'm probably going to use it.
It's supposed to look like the cannon he had in the movie. It's just not red or crab pinchery enough.
It's decent enough though. I like it. But yeah, he's yeah. And then I'm trying to think, did I get any? Yes, I did get a couple more things this week. Real quick, I want to mention. I got Power of the Primes, Ripper Snapper, and Blackwing.
Oh man, I forgot you got those.
Yeah, Ripper Snapper.
Which do you like better out of those two?
Oh, Ripper Snapper.
Although
Easy, sure.
your fan mode for Dreadwing, which is
Yeah.
a combination of Blackwing and Dreadwind, is freaking awesome. I have to admit.
All I basically did was I took the back legs off of Dreadwing or Dreadwind, whichever, and I swapped those with Blackwings. Then I took the Prime Armor bits, stuck those onto the. I mean, you can see it on the picture. I don't think we have a picture yet.
which is on Instagram, by the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's on our Instagram. Shameless plug there, which more people are starting to follow. So
Yeah.
good job, guys.
Anyway.
Shameless plug. Did somebody call Michael May?
And then I took the Prime Armor are on the underside of the wings, kind of like massive intakes or jet engines.
Mm-hmm.
And then I took the guns from Blackwing onto the arms. And then the gun and it's really cool. I just got bored and did it. Dreadwind looks kind of dumb now because he's just like a missile, like a thick missile. But Transformers wise, I think that's all I got. I did get another classic Voltron lion though. I now have the black lion, meaning all I now need is the red lion.
Nice.
Classic red lion.
Oh, how is that set so far? I wanted one really
The
bad.
classic Voltrons?
Yes.
They are amazing. Like, I remember my brother used to have some versions that came out, I guess, late 90s or something. I played with those for a little while before our mom accidentally sold them or gave them away or something. But
I have the legendary set. I want the classics ones.
the classic one is much better. He stands. He doesn't lean.
Dang it.
And he's a bit taller and stockier, and he's I would say he's far and away the superior set. I still need the Red Lion to test the quality of the sword, but I like.
Nice.
Chris approves.
All right, so this week, I finally, thanks to my fellow Transformers fan here at Purdue, obtained the Wave 2 Power of the Primes Legends class figures. So that is Tailgate, Road Trap, and Battle Slash. And I gotta say, I really, really like Tailgate. I already had Wind Charger, but I don't know, something about having that new head sculpt and the mold in blue and white, it just really does it for me. I absolutely love that guy. I don't know, maybe it's just because I was I was just expecting to love Battle Trap, and I had like virtually I wasn't even thinking about Tailgate, but I really, really like him. Like I'm actually very happy with him, so I'm very glad that I got him. And then Battle Trap in the combined mode is magnificent. Oh my goodness, that is a very, very, very solid two-person combiner, and a great update to both the gimmick and the character himself from what he was previously as a Duocon. Which, if you want him to be a Duocon, guess what? You can still have him be a Duocon. You never have to put the individual guys in their robot mode, except when you buy them. You can literally just have them be two vehicles that form Battle Trap, and ignore that they have their individual robot modes. So, I've seen a couple of people complaining about it online. I just wanted to point that out, that you never, ever have to put them in their robot modes. I'm just saying, like, you can very much pretend he's still a Duocon. Now, that said, I really like the individual robot modes too. I think that they add a lot of character as well. I think they both have great head sculpts, and Battle Slash's hips, man, they do not lie.
Is he a thick boy?
At the hips, the rest of him isn't that bad, but like just the hips, it's like, ooh, man, those are combiner shoulders right there, and they are thick. So. But I really do like them individually. I gotta say, Road Trap is definitely my preferred one out of the two in their individual robot modes. But they will most likely stay in Battle Trap mode most of the time because he is just so solid, and I love using the helicopter blade as a sword.
Nice.
It's really cool. So
I refuse to call him Battle Trap because I like calling him Battle Tendency. But you know.
All right, but yeah,
It's a JoJo reference.
I know, that's why I didn't get it. But I love the Wave 2 Legends. I hope I get some more Wave 2 figures at some point. I've been checking like crazy and found nothing. I found Rodimus Prime again, but I want Rodimus Unicronus. I'm paying the price for him. I want regular Rodimus to go on sale before I buy him, but he keeps sitting there and it tempts me because I want the mold. But I know that'll go on sale, so I'm still waiting.
Our Toys R Us had Rodimus Unicronus like last week, which wasn't pay week, or the week before last, and I was just so mad when I heard that. I was like, damn it!
I must say, Rodimus Unicronus, I admire his facial hair.
I want that toy.
That's just because you don't have any. Anyways, Miguel.
Oh!
Miguel, what did you get this week?
Didn't pick up too much stuff, and I also didn't open
That's a first.
anything. No. This week's been a very light week, the first in forever. Haven't opened anything from that major haul I had last week. Although, one thing I did get.
Opening toys?
He's terrible.
You are. Open them. Release them from their plastic prison.
I'm planning on it. It's taking a while. One thing I did open and get last Tuesday on Twitter, I saw that BWTF.com, Ben's World of Transformers, retweeted that someone had found Titan's Return Bramhorn along with the rest of the final wave of Titan Masters at Five Below. Stopped at one on my way to work and picked up 3. One's mine, one's to be determined, and the other one's going to Gaia.
Mm-hmm. It reminds me, you need to send me your PayPal info so I can.
Yeah, we'll deal with that later.
His PayPal's funny.
I made an email account when I was 12, and I haven't updated it since.
I don't judge you.
Oh, I mean, I don't judge him for it either, but whenever he texted to me, I was just like, that is pretty funny. That is very much a 12-year-old email.
I can't wait to see it.
Bramhorn's pretty alright.
You're pretty alright.
Well, I mean, I think Shuffler is definitely a better usage of this mold.
Without doubt, yeah.
Ramhorn's Rhino head in the tank mode kind of doesn't do anything. It just kind of unfolds and looks odd. I've been transforming mine, and I think, because there's the 2 variants, there's the darker one and there's the lighter one. I think the one that I opened might be some sort of mishmash of the 2.
Oh, you shouldn't have opened it then.
I didn't realize it, but like the middle part of the head looks lighter than the rest of the body, so I may have one that was like misassembled with like parts left over from the lighter batch.
You have the chosen one.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I could just be me
I'm
not.
talking about chosen figures. I
balances
think I have
the
a
light
chosen
and the dark.
Bumblebee.
Is
The
it
Anakin-
Murder Bee?
It is a murder bee, but his head is in packaging. I haven't opened him, and I'm not gonna open him. His head
Oh, yeah,
on
I
the
know what you're
180.
talking about. Yeah, his
Guys.
head's backwards, and he thinks that's special. It's not
Well,
like it's
it
not
is.
like it's misassembled. It's literally just rotated backwards. But
Dude, you have the Anakin Skywalker ram horns. He balances the
It's
light
funny.
and the dark.
yeah, cut off all its legs.
That'd be kind of hard.
No, it wouldn't. Just get like a really hot knife, like a YouTube video where it's like
Well, I'm thinking of just like if I were to pry him out and then take a
Xbox
picture.
One. Okay.
Yeah. Ramhorn was the only. Well, the ram horns
Knife cuts. Knife.
were the only things that I got. I did ship a bunch of stuff. Like I had a BBTS pile of loot and an HLJ private warehouse, which is basically the same thing. Shipped all those out because it's like, hey, the deadline's approaching. And unfortunately, when I sent out the HLJ stuff, it was a bunch of like the last 2 waves of Legends. About an hour after I had shipped it out, the latest wave popped in stock, and I was like, if I had waited, I would have had all of it coming to me.
well, you'll have enough cool stuff to hold you over next
Oh,
week.
I'll have enough stuff to like last me until like June.
Yeah, why don't you brag some more, Miguel? All right, Soundjack, what'd you get this week?
Okay. I started off this week with getting myself a Berserker, since Crowbar's coming out, and I want to get the team together if we do in fact get the deluxe hatchet, which I really hope we do.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Wait, Hatchet. You mean the one from Cyberverse, the dog jet?
Yeah,
The
thing?
dog one.
yeah,
No, it's
but
not
they all
supposed to be
transfer.
A new deluxe figure of that. That would be just great. Michael,
It
if you're
shouldn't be a
listening,
jet,
get on
though.
that.
It should be an SUV like all the others.
Yeah, like,
Okay,
yeah.
plane was cool.
no, because in the movie, all 3 of them have the same alt mode, but different robot modes, which
I
I always
know,
thought was
but-
cool. So
Yep.
I know,
What
but
if-
then he can't come with 2 little drones that form guns.
What if he's a triple changer and we just never saw the jet mode?
that is
That
not
would also be
not
original.
possible to make a good toy of.
Yes.
I'm just putting that out
See,
there.
see how they didn't try with Drift.
I was gonna say I would rather them do 2 individual toys like they did with Drift, or just pick one and go
Hey,
with it rather than
Hey,
try to make
triple
it
changing can be done right. Just look at Generations Voyager Springer,
I was
aka
just about to say.
great.
Yeah,
can-
but
it
not
can
in the
be
movie
done-
aesthetic.
It can be done wrong more often than it can be done right, though. So.
Yeah, but think of like animated Blitzwing, great.
Except
I would say, would you say
Terrible.
power? Would you say Power Prime's? Well, I guess all of the
Just
Voyager.
think of Titan's
somebody
Return
nailed it. Not
broadside
all of
jet mode. Oh yeah.
But I was
Yeah.
thinking specifically like Astro Train and Galvatron were pretty good.
Galvatron, not so much.
The
He
gun
doesn't
is kind of awkward, but
It's just that his.
the
his-
gun in jet mode.
Everything.
So his jet mode's like, It's not bad, but it's just kind of like, hey, we just took the cannon and moved it around a little bit. But I would say that I actually think Alpha Trion's a lot better than people give him credit for. I like him. Broadside's obviously he's not a.
That
Dude,
jet
what I'm
mode is
talking
great.
about,
What you
his
talk
jet
about.
mode, man, is woo.
Blitzwing,
Spice.
Octane, and the Sentinel
Ooh.
Prime / Astro Train mold. Those are all solid ones.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I'd love to see those again at some point.
But still, those are Voyagers. It's a lot harder, a lot harder to do a triple changing deluxe. So
dude, no. Triple changing Legion figure. Boom.
Nope.
Money.
no.
Prince money.
No.
That'd be
Sound Jack.
No. We're taking this even further. Okay, triple changing headmaster.
Yes.
I mean, they did exist.
Yes. Wait,
It's,
what did
it's
you
just eight faces or
Snapdragon.
Those
Okay,
are technically
triple changing minicon.
I think he means just the head, not like the whole.
No, the head's also triple changed because they had the human head, robot head, beast head.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
There were mini cons that turned into target masters as well as guns. I mean,
Yep.
That's
vehicles.
true. That's true. That's true. Fair enough.
But soundtrack. What else did you get?
Well, I got the story to tell a little bit with Berserker first before I move on, because I noticed on Amazon that the price on Berserker was going down. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to Target, see if I can find a Berserker and price match to that. I managed to do that. I price matched to $9.57, added my Target employee discount, and after tax got him to $9.12.
Nice.
Also, he came with an extra horn.
Oh, cool.
You can
Wait, like the weapon?
No. Like his spikes on his back. You can see he's got
shoulders,
both
yeah.
of them, but he came with a third one. It was like literally like just stuck to the backpack, and I tapped it, it fell off, and I'm like. So I guess if anyone has a
Looks like
Berserker
little shit.
without their
Oh my god. It
right
does look like a
shoulder
shield.
horn, contact me. I'll get it to you or something.
Dude, you can sell that on eBay for like $30.
No, he can't.
No.
Crown Jack, check the group chat. I just sent you something that I can't say on the show.
Okay.
I'm a bad.
Anyway, my stories with Berserker are done. After when I was at the Target yesterday, I also noticed they had a Dragon Storm. So I was like, okay, I want to see if I can get Power of the Primes Wave 2 instead, but I didn't have a chance to run to Walmart yesterday because I was ungodly tired because I got less than 5 hours of sleep and had to be up for work at 7.
Real great fun.
I know, right? I'm so amazing.
Yeah.
I impressed myself.
But anyway, so then I went to the Walmart today. They didn't have anything. Then I went back to the Target, was about to pick up Dragonstorm, and noticed that the Target actually had Power of the Primes Legends class figures. So I got them all.
Which is your favorite? Not counting Battle Trap.
Good question. Battle
average
Slash
Halo-
is a little awkward since it has to do more in the combine form to accommodate the torso. Road Trap's pretty solid. I'd probably go with Road Trap, though. Tailgate is also very nice, despite my problems with the Wind Charger version of the mold.
In all honesty, I think the Tailgate is the best toy between the three and their individual figures. Like if you don't count Battle Trap, because obviously Battle Trap wins because both
Yes.
Battle Slash and Road Trap were made for him, so he wins. But if you're going by individual robot modes and vehicle modes, I'd still say that Tailgate definitely. I'd say he destroys Road Trap and Battle Slash. I still like them, but
I think I like Road Trap more because I still think I have problems because of the problems I had with the Wind Charger mold.
wait, what were your problems with the Wind Charger mold?
I'll get my Wind Charger right quick. It's right here, at least to show on camera. The whole bumper sides of the hood just fell off, and I can't get it back on.
That's bad.
Yeah, I think it's just supposed to be like.
Revert to Combiner Wars Wind Charger. Not.
I hate you.
Wait, what piece is
I
that?
put a knot in.
It's the front.
It's supposed to look like this.
Yeah, it's supposed to be the front of the car, and it's supposed to rest on his back. But I guess it's supposed to be glued, I guess, because there's some very light grooves that hold it into place, but they're substantially not tight enough
Oh,
to hold
I'm
it there.
just now noticing this.
Yeah, it's actually two pieces. I wouldn't have noticed it either until it fell apart in my hands.
Wow.
So it's nice,
That's-
but that makes this mold 10 times better, and it does look really nice as Tailgate. Though now it's weird to me that there's so much on his backpack, just because I'm not used to it.
Paco.
But that's all I got this week.
Nice.
Okay, so I was actually just literally across the room searching for Tailgate that entire time, and I finally found him right as you finished up. So that worked out well. Now I have him to play with. But anyways,
Hey, I'm
Great,
recharged.
great that you could hear my story.
I actually did hear.
Okay.
Um,
I'll sum it up for you.
But
We
anyways.
resurrected Bon Jovi and slayed a dragon.
what? No. News. So first bit of news we have is that guess what? We are getting more of the Wreckers. That is right. We are getting a third part in the Record trilogy, and it's one last time, and it is Requiem of the Wreckers. Right?
Requiem.
Oh, yes! W.
Yes.
Oh, it's not spelled. Could be.
We missed that, Eric.
Yeah.
Eric's audio
Oh, I
is
said
glitched.
that. It'll have Nick Roche and Josh Bertram on, so that is good.
Yes.
I'm just curious.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's it should Overlord because they can, because he's not dead anymore. I feel like that would be the best conclusion because it can't. Tarantulas died, right?
No, he well, it was implied he died, but there was also the implication he might be alive because there was a tiny spider in the wheel well of Springer on the last page of Sins of the Wreckers.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he could still be around.
Yeah, but I think the main thing that they're gearing up towards is Springer versus Impactor, is what it looks like, at least from the cover. That's the impression I get, is that they are not going to get along.
Yeah.
But
Shocking.
yeah, I know, right? But yeah, that should be interesting. It'll be coming out in May, so yeah, look forward to that. I am curious to see how it goes, if it'll stand up as well to the others, or if it will suffer fatigue from being the third one. I don't know. I'm interested to see how that goes.
It's a one-shot issue, right? It's like a 40-page one-shot.
I don't know. I feel like that would make it a lot. I feel like that's a good idea. I honestly cannot remember
I
that.
thought that's what I heard.
Spoiler, they bring back Pipes, and he becomes a giant, and he squashes Overlord.
No.
You just
Verity
spoiled a different book.
cosplays as Pipes and kills Overlord.
Who does?
Verity.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that'd be even better.
No, but isn't Pipes coming back to life in a different book?
Really?
Well, at least his spirit is. In Lost Light,
Pipes is a ghost.
In
Ghost
Lost
Pipes.
Light, there's ghosts. They're visiting the ghosts of everyone except Skids. Chris McFeely's been pointing that out online. They've been specifically putting everyone in the Lost Light crew that died in all these covers except Skids. Why? I don't know.
He keeps getting responses from the people working on the issue, and he's just like, fake news, and they're in the pocket of big IDW. Because like Milne came out with a response of like he had a day to make the cover, so he just chose a handful of characters. And
I
then,
tend to believe that.
Wait.
and then
maybe,
someone else
no,
came
wait,
out that was
it's
that was an artist error
in
that
the
wasn't
80s
supposed to be Skids'
when,
foot
Skids
anyway.
got trapped in that like time dimension thing that some characters got transported to when people time travel.
I'll be perfectly honest. I didn't know Skids existed until IDW.
I mean, who would really?
Yeah, in all honesty, he wasn't a big character at all. So.
He's cool.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with him. It's just
He dated a
he's-
cowboy girl in the comics, in the original
Oh.
Marvel comics. So
Power Glide's got some competition.
Nothing on Sea Spray.
yeah,
I'm just kidding. Sea Spray has his girlfriend's name tattooed on his forearm.
yes.
Might I remind you, Sea Spray turned into best alt mode ever in that episode. She turned into a canoe.
Yep.
What?
Yep.
I need to rewatch that episode.
And then Rumble turned into a tree, and it got weird, man.
But
Okay, I really need to rewatch that episode.
speaking of how we were talking about the Wreckers, interesting detail. Interesting thing to spin off from that is that Impactor who is obviously a wrecker, he's one of the leaders. He's one of the characters in the fan vote, which is now over for the first part of the War for Cybertron trilogy. And while we don't know who won yet, we have gotten a bit of clarification on from a bit of a Q&A with the Hasbro Instagram about the fan vote. The most interesting detail is about Impactor and why his picture had him wearing a Decepticon signal. And the thing that they said is that, which I one who wears both an Autobot symbol and a Decepticon symbol, and that in this scenario, Impactor and the Wreckers are sort of mercenary types, was the impression I got, and that Mirage is trying to win them over to his side, and so that's what they're trying to do, and so that really, I think they're implying that Impactor is neither Autobot nor Decepticon, and that they're trying to get him to actually become an Autobot. So the implication from the fan vote, from the Q&A that I got, is that basically Impactor has both, but that doesn't mean the toy will, because he might have switched sides by then, but I don't know.
There's probably just some branding to put on the toys.
I don't know.
Because even if they're neutral, they have to have a faction.
Could be like that.
Well,
Maybe
unlike Movie Lockdown, the new toy doesn't. Which I'm very glad it does. Like the studio series, it doesn't as of right now, which I'm very glad.
We'll see if they keep that on to the final version.
I hope so. I hated that the Age of Extinction didn't.
I kind of like the idea of the Wreckers being like mercenaries for hire.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. So
I kind of like that One Generation's. It was a repaint of Blitzwing. It was blue. Do you remember?
Double Dealer.
Literally what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. That would be cool too. Where it's like one alt mode has the.
That's what
Autobot.
That's the character I said that they were talking about. That is Double Dealer. Yeah.
I'm only half paying attention. Sorry.
Yeah, that's exactly who the Q&A referenced whenever they said basically that
cool.
he is both. So
I like that toy.
it needs a better toy. That mold's not that good, and it's not a good Double Dealer for sure.
I like it.
I mean, it doesn't look like the character Double Dealer is the main issue.
Yeah.
We need a new Double Dealer with actual Power Masters.
I don't know if it needs Power Masters, but we definitely do need a new Double Dealer. I will not argue with that on that.
Because Double Dealer is very unique.
Also, another thing just to put out, Wheeljack may or may not get made, regardless of him winning the fan vote, because they very much specified that the reason he was in the fan vote and that they're considering him for this trilogy is that they want to do toys based on showing up in More Than Meets the Eye with their Cybertronian modes at G1, and that Wheeljack is a character whom is shown. So they wanted to release him because of that. So a lot of people are saying that, yeah, he might get made no matter what. So
well, yeah, and he's Wheeljack, aka the best Autobot ever, aka the second best character ever. Yeah.
No.
Yes.
I do think it's funny that you and Soundjack do share that opinion, though, of literally your two favorite characters. I do think that's funny. But
yeah, Wheel Wave represent.
As much as I really do like Spinister. Wait, no. Yeah, it's Spinister. Spinister, I do not want Wheeljack to win. We discussed this on our previous episode, but I have switched my vote. Whenever the voting's now over, as I mentioned, but I didn't vote for Impactor versus Mirage like I thought I was going to. I actually ended up voting for Trax and Needle Nose because I realized that I wanted both of them more than I want Impactor more than any other individual, but I actually want the two pack, which I'm not sure if it's a 2-pack or not. T-Former says it is, but nowhere else explicitly says the word 2-pack, just as they'll show up on shelves at the same time. So I'm kind of wondering if they'll just be in a wave together, but we'll see. But I decided that if I want a pair, I want those two brothers, and it'd be neat to see how they go along with the War for Cybertron. But that is one thing to note now that we know from the Q&A is that they're doing basically the G1 styled Cybertronian modes for the characters that were shown. So I don't know how I feel about that. Do you guys like that, or do you wish they would kind of switch it up, or I don't know?
To me, At the very least, the Cybertronian modes are going to be more interesting than more rehashes of the characters with Earth modes.
Yeah, although I'm not, in all honesty, like the G1 Cybertronian alt modes, I feel are very dated. Like I feel like they're very, I don't know. I like more modern iteration of Cybertronian modes than I do of the G1. It's not that I dislike them, but they're very weird to me. The Tetrajets aren't bad. It'll be interesting to see how those show up since those are confirmed. But someone sounds very bad.
Yeah.
Who's smoking a bomb?
Yeah, Jared, I think that might be your microphone. I'm not sure, but
And Jared has. Oh no, wait, it was just. I thought he left the call for a
I
second.
think Jared's muted. It looked like he was trying to talk, but nobody can hear him. Right
I was muted.
now.
I had a mute for a second there. Sorry.
Okay, you're good. But yeah, I don't know.
But
I'm not
what
a
are the
huge fan
chances
of-
of a Street Post Soundwave as a toy?
I mean,
Yes.
you already
Lamp
got
post.
that. You already got that with Titans Return.
Yes.
Literally, the Titans Return one does that.
I know. I'm just making the joke.
No, that's true. I'm curious to see what characters we see in it. The more I think about it, though, I would like a Shockwave.
Look,
Because that's a
Eric,
character that never got
admit it,
Earth
You've
mode,
gotten
so.
very excited about a lamp.
No, I never got super excited about the lamp before. That was just you.
I'm talking about the Soundwave lamp.
Oh,
You mean wait, what?
I think he's talking about the Unicron lamp.
Yes, the most beautiful thing in existence.
You said Soundwave lamp.
You did.
No, I
Yeah,
said I'm not talking about the Soundwave lamp.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the Unicron lamp is amazing. Oh, what if they released that in this line? That'd be awesome.
That's the
they
time
also-
class figure, the lamp.
Yes. Just,
I don't know.
Just the lamp.
I am
That'd be
curious about what all. I'm curious if there will be gimmicks for this trilogy or not, and also what the Titans will be for this trilogy. I don't know. It's just interesting to think about this stuff. But
Mega Supreme would
we'll
be a
see
very
because it's
interesting
coming
choice.
out. It's coming out the beginning of 2019, which, as we all know, really means the end of 2018.
So it's
so
going to be here for
we
Christmas.
I was gonna say, so we should see reveals of it probably by, I would guess, San Diego Comic-Con, because essentially it has the same launch date that Power of the Primes did, and Power of the Primes got got shown off the first time at SDCC. So there's that. But yeah, that's about it for that. So moving on to the next bit of news, which is more G1 redone, but this time a
Wait,
bit
Frederick.
I would like. What?
We're talking about Frederick now?
What do you?
You said G1 redone.
I don't like you. No.
I think this has been established.
Miguel, you said there was an update on this story, right?
Yeah, because when we first got these, it was just the initial images, which seemed to be line art for a updated, possibly version 3 of Masterpiece Optimus Prime. Since then, it's been revealed that these come from Figure King. It's a magazine in Japan that comes out every month that shows off new figures and stuff. There's actually a 26-page special about Transformers in this issue of the magazine that include retrospectives on all of the past iterations of Optimus and any Optimus-like character, like all of the Optimus Primal and all the convoys from Beast Wars. So it shows the scans, and there's also a pretty neat interview with 3 of the Takara designers, Shogo Hasui, Kobayashi, and one other. Oh crap! I lost his name. Nope, I can't find it. But he was one of the original designers who was there in the Diaclone days. So someone on TFW 2005 has put up a translation of that full interview.
Does it confirm or deny there being a new Masterpiece Optimus, or no?
They vaguely touch upon going into the 35th anniversary, and the images are there, so it's pretty much confirmed. And I think the most interesting thing about the interview is they actually talk a bit about the design process for Power of the Prime's Leader Optimus.
Huh, that's
Um,
cool.
Going into how even before the whole evolution gimmick was involved, how they were going about creating a new leader, Optimus, and they confirmed that they did kind of look at MP10 and are like, how could we improve upon this? Can we even do that? And then going in and tweaking some things, like they said the translation seems to suggest that like they definitely look to tweak the proportions on the head and on the chest.
Uh-huh.
Like those were two areas where like we didn't quite nail it with MP10. Let's try to improve it.
Although in all honesty, I prefer the proportions on MP10 versus what animation would probably look like. But you know, a new masterpiece Optimus Prime to line up with animation makes sense for the direction they've been going in the masterpiece line. But I gotta say, I really do not care for a third masterpiece Optimus Prime at this point. I don't think.
We need that white diaper. We need that white diaper.
We don't. We really don't.
White diaper?
Although, you know, in all honesty, I will say that if they do actually make a third version of Masterpiece Optimus Prime, we better get battle damaged parts like we did with Megatron.
Ooh, yeah.
Ooh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because I think that was something that was awesome with Masterpiece Megatron, and that I actually really want him for. Like, that is one reason I really want that mold. And there's other reasons, but that is actually a major part of it. If they did a matching Optimus Prime, I would buy those two and display them together. Absolutely.
Yeah, like coming with that orange piece of shrapnel from the movie. That'd be so cool.
It has a hole in his torso that you just stick it in.
Yeah.
Now we just need a new version of Rod Hot.
It's almost like we actually got a new version of Hot Rod recently in the Masterpiece line.
Yeah, but it's a smaller version.
What? Have you seen... I don't think you know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The new Masterpiece Hot Rod. Not Rodimus Prime. Hot Rod.
MP41, right?
Oh, that's my bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, that one is hot. Like, they specifically made a hot rod.
I know what you're talking about. I was still thinking of back to the one I had that, like, it was like, you can make it, like, a quarter of an inch shorter, and it's hot rod.
Yeah, that not that one. I will never, ever buy that toy. I've no
I
time
sold
to
that. I got rid of that.
I do have Masterpiece Hot Rod, though, and I actually like him. I like him a lot. He was one of my earlier Masterpiece toys, and I still really like him.
Masterpiece Judd Nelson.
Yeah, I do have Masterpiece Judd Nelson. I got him at the convention I met Judd Nelson at, so there's that.
Judd
It was
Nelson
the last.
was in Breakfast Club, dude.
It was the last BotCon. But, yeah, so that's interesting. But the last bit of news...
You have breakfast with Judd Nelson.
No. But the last bit of news is definitely the best, because it is David Kaye reprising his role as Beast Wars Megatron in a new clip on Robot Chicken, and oh my
What?
god,
Wait, what? Robot Chicken?
hilarious.
What?
I'm sorry, what?
You should have watched. There's a reason I put together show notes. You should have watched the clip. I also sent it in the chat.
I didn't
You
even
guys
think
are
to check-
terrible.
I
It's
didn't
all
even
on
think to
you.
check the show notes.
That is all on you. It is hilarious. But we get David Kaye reprising his role as Megatron. We also have Scorponok, and we have a rare appearance. Is it Polar Claw?
Yes.
A rare appearance of that character who never was on the show. But it's them using their toys in stop motion, and man, it is hilarious. If you haven't watched it, I would definitely say go watch it first. Like, go watch it right now. It's in our show notes. It's the last link under the news. It's super short and it's absolutely hilarious.
Question. Do we get to hear Megatron curse?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
Vaguely.
yes.
Censored.
Yeah, you do. It's censored at the very center of the word, but you can very obviously tell what he's saying, and it is absolutely hilarious.
Oh my god, I gotta watch this as soon as the show is over.
But yes, Megatron both attacks a panda bear, has sympathy, and then
Attacks another panda bear.
Yeah, attacks another panda bear. You need to watch it. It's very funny. I don't really want to spoil it just because it is
That shout
hilarious.
hurt my throat.
I'm just amazed that like I want to know the behind the scenes of how difficult it was to deal with the Scorponok, considering the bee drone that's in one of his claws tends to just pop out on some of the versions. Like some
I
people,
wonder
it
if they
just-
would just glue it in.
yeah, and that's why I want to know how they dealt with it. And I also like how they kept his mutant mask on, so they didn't have to animate his mouth.
Yeah, I thought that was funny too. At first glance, I almost thought that it was Tarantulas, just because I forgot what the toy looked like, and so it just kind of looked like Transmetal's Tarantulas to me. And I was like, no, it's not. Just that was like literally the first time I saw like just the thumbnail with him in it. I was just like, huh? But yeah, I forgot what the toy looked like. It makes me kind of want that toy though. But yeah, it is hilarious. Go watch it.
I wish it was Transmetal Tarantulas. Dude, we're gonna make a motorcycle out of a tarantula.
That's not Transmetal's Tarantulas. That was just regular Tarantulas for BotCon. They did Transmetals. That one was based on the Rook mold, though.
I'm talking about the original.
Wait, what about a motorcycle, though?
It had the two-wheel.
His vehicle mode
Bike
was a
mode.
motorcycle.
Oh, I forgot he had that.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Transmetals are interesting.
Well, a quote-unquote motorcycle.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
like
But moving on, our question of the week, Gaia. What is our question of the week?
Our question of the week comes from the beautiful Michiru Aikawa, and she says, "Oh, is that the question? I thought the question was a little different. It's worded as, what's the one toy in your collection that you would want to be resized into a different scale?" But I think what she meant was which toy, period. So we'll say in your collection, and then a toy you maybe don't have you want in a bigger size. So, yeah. For me, that would be... I don't know, so I'm going to let you guys go, and then I'll tell you mine.
Wait, I'm confused about the wording. It is what?
It's which toy in your collection would you want resized into a different scale? And what she meant was which toy, period. So we'll just do both.
So toy in my collection that I like already have that I would want resized.
Yeah,
Um,
like same engineering and everything, just bigger.
I feel like Combiner Wars Bruticus would be a solid one, just because having Onslaught, like all of them, which is cheating. Because
Well,
but Bruticus is one. Bruticus counts as a toy. I'm counting him.
No,
So,
that's fine. But like, do you want it going up or down or what?
up. I would do it so that Onslaught was a leader class, and the probably a little bigger than a leader class, and the other bots were like Voyager, maybe a slightly bigger sized, which would make a mighty Bruticus. And I feel like those toys are good enough that they could stand, like they would still be solid when they're that big. I don't feel like they would feel too simple or anything. I think they would still work.
So what you would want would be a Titan class Bruticus.
I don't think he'd be quite Titan class, but essentially yes.
Okay.
it would be if the limbs are all Voyagers and the torso's a leader.
but-
That would basically be a Titan.
I don't know. The way that the other Titans have done it are different, so they stretch out more. Is what I'm thinking.
Oh,
Their
that's fair.
proportions are always. I was gonna say their proportions are always different. Whereas Bruticus and the Combiner Wars figures, they have. I'd argue better proportions than Devastator did. So,
Mhm.
but yes, either way, I want an upscale Bruticus. I think it'd be awesome. Figure I don't have that I would want changed.
Let's stick it to non-third party, just Hasbro Takara,
Yeah,
for the sake of ease, for the sake of this.
I would say. Man, and I'm struggling to think of toys I don't have that I would want changes. Okay, someone else say what they have that they would want while I think of that.
Yeah, and if no one else can think of one, we'll just ignore that bit. But
I can go for both of them, actually.
all right,
ahead.
Sandra, go ahead.
For me, a toy I have in my collection, I'd want changed. I'd want Titans Return Soundwave to be a Voyager. Just to be in better scale with Megatron. because
Okay.
in my ideal, the Megatron, Starscream, Soundwave, Shockwave should all be Voyagers. And that gets into my one I don't have in my collection is that I'd hope the Cyberverse Shockwave would be of a warrior-sized scale.
It is.
Yeah. Wait. What do you mean?
No, it's currently a deluxe-sized. Well, Warrior is the deluxe, and I'd want it to go up to a Voyager.
That's not what you said.
You said warrior.
You said that you'd want it to be a warrior.
I thought I said Voyager. Did I mistakenly say
You said
Warrior?
warrior, which is kind of funny. I want this warrior class figure to be a warrior class.
Yeah.
Well, that's good for you. It is.
I mean, no. I'd want him to be at a Voyager size scale.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to cheat for mine. I would want Power of the Prime's Abominus to be Titan class scaled. There we go.
All right.
Here's a figure I don't have, even though it's basically the same thing as upscaling Bruticus. It's just
You
I
know
have
what?
one.
You don't have it, so it
Counts. It fits.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it counts. Yeah. And I did not specify figures that aren't out yet, so you know what,
What about
Jared?
I was gonna say Jared.
Kind of would say the figure that maybe
Uh-oh.
Power of the Prime / to be upscaled as a deluxe.
Ooh, that's a very good idea.
Yeah,
There would be a big raptor, but I think it would still very much work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still working on the figure that I don't have though. Still trying to think.
Make all the
I would just like
Dinobots
to toss
upscaled.
them in-
Wai Zhang, you know you're going to do it. Just do it.
I want to add in an honorable mention since we can't do third party that I would totally do Striker Noir as a leader class sized if that was third party, if it was like an option, but it's not. So honorable mention to Make Toys Cross Dimension Striker Noir. I freaking love this toy. I would totally upscale it. Or no, I take it back. I would do the Thunder Erebus because that's their Power Master Prime. The reason why is because the torso cab, it's like a Legends class size. I would upscale it to that was at least deluxe or maybe even Voyager, which would make the suit massive.
That I have the Thunder right next to me, and that'd be awesome.
Mm-hmm. So I think that would be really, really neat. Jared, did you think of one that you don't have yet, or no?
No, I'll get back to you on that.
Gotcha. Tanner.
Well, all right. So it seems to me that you guys are making big things. No, you guys are making smaller things big. Well, I'm going to do the opposite and make something very big, something very small. Can I get a rescaled Titan class Metroplex Legends?
Why would you want it Legends?
No, wait. Here's the kicker. And
You
not
want it
that
with the
kind of
kicker?
with Scamper, who is also scaled down from Legends to a whole new
to the
realm.
size of a gnat.
a grain of rice.
But it can still
No, it's still
transform.
gonna be
You got to
big.
put it under the microscope
Right.
and transform it with some special tweezers, but you can transform it.
You're gonna need a Perceptor to transform him.
It's funny because he actually worked as a microscope.
Ooh, I just thought of one that would be really good, even though I totally already used up mine. And it's not what I would do, but upscaled Skylinks.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be.
Yes.
All right.
One that would actually separate too.
That would be neat. But Tanner, what's one that you don't have that you would want changed?
And it has to be a figure that exists or will exist. You can't say Grand Galvatron as much as I wish we could.
Well, technically, you could say Grand Galvatron. the
Okay,
one
but
you don't
you
have.
know the Grand Galvatron I'm referring
I
to.
know exactly the one you're referring to.
Okay, well, actually, I'm gonna kind of steal this from Soundjack from Take It in another direction. All right, so you know how back in the '80s they would have those boom boxes that were huge. All right, well, can I get a Titan's Soundwave at that scale where I could actually hold it up on my shoulder and it would be just huge?
Okay, that would be really cool.
That would
if
be
it
awesome.
was
or better yet,
functioning,
Blaster.
Yeah, Blaster would work better because
I would pay a Titan class price for one that was that big.
No,
if
but
it
it would be even
functioned.
bigger than a Titan class.
You're
It would,
right.
it would be more expensive than Titan class if it was a functioning boombox.
If it was, I'd still buy it. If it was,
I would too. Oh God, yes.
Wait, who's the third party doing the 1-to-1 cassette scale, dudes?
Mastermind Creation.
Is it Mastermind
Hey,
Creations?
Mastermind,
Yeah.
get on that, please. Thank you. And
Yeah,
if
what he
you
said.
if you have it be a working cassette player, wow.
Yeah.
Most impressive. All right, so I guess next is Miguel. So yeah.
I mean,
All right.
and we'd have to come up with a new absurd name for that. Like we'd have to combine all of the size classes. So
Yeah,
it'd be
just bring back
Titan
Supreme
Ultra
class.
Mega Leader.
You could just
Bring
call it
back
Grand
Supreme.
Galvatron class.
No,
Grand-
Supreme
yeah,
class.
okay, I like that.
That back to Cybertron.
Grand Galvatron class. I feel like that's just been settled upon now for anything that's outrageously awesome.
Yeah.
Or just Grand class. We call it Grand class.
No, specifically Grand Galvatron class. Even if it has nothing to do with Galvatron.
Alright.
It's Grand
Because Galvatron can be any size he wants, fool.
All
Do
right,
it as he pleases.
Miguel, go ahead.
So take the Titans Return Fortress Maximus. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
10 feet tall.
Oh my God! If we could, okay. I didn't realize that was just. Although technically
don't
it wasn't specified, so.
I don't think that's an option.
Nope.
Let's-
Dude,
Too late.
Dude,
You
Can
didn't
I ask
specify.
you a question. Where are you gonna put that?
I don't know.
He'll live in it.
Yeah,
That will be the
Live in
new.
that.
That'll be the extension to his house.
Titan
No,
class
and see-
upscaled to the size of a house.
Hey, dude,
and
what's
see-
in your garage? Oh, I have this one figure in there.
Well, see,
When
no,
I was
wouldn't-
little,
you
I
wouldn't-
always wanted to modify my family's cars to turn them into Transformers. So
It wouldn't just be one, because then my figure I don't own, take G1 Fortress Maximus and crank it up to 10 feet tall.
oh my God.
And they
Alright,
just
now-
turn
now
into
we go
display
with-
cases for your other Transformers figures.
All right. Now, can we get realistically for a second, just real quick, please?
That is
Just
realistic.
Okay,
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, he'll have a new sound bite. He'll say, I'm Groot.
I'm totally not doing this because I need to stall for more time.
Well, I did find the figure I don't own. Voyager Scorn. I
Wait,
would
Hold on. You guys all cut out on my end, so you're going to be cut out on the audio. So we're going to
He
need to
said
edit that.
make Grimlock the size of an actual T-Rex.
Or
Okay.
if you just-
Wait, who said that?
nobody.
Okay, hold on.
that was a while back.
Edit to here.
And it was,
Okay, Jared, what do you want?
The figure that I don't own. I would upscale Voyager Scorn from my last night to a leader class size.
Wait, you don't have Voyager Scorn?
No.
Huh. You have
Really?
Nitro.
Yeah, I have Nitro Juice, but I just couldn't find. I have yet to find Voyager Scorn.
Oh, you need to. He is really excellent.
Yeah,
I know.
he is.
Very happy with.
He's red.
I mean, if I
Yeah.
had to pick one out of the wave, which is him and Nitro Zeus, I'd pick Nitro Zeus. But Scorn is very strong.
And
Oh, yeah.
just for the laugh and just for the heck of it, I'm gonna change my figure that I do own, and I'm gonna take change on the scale of Deluxe Cogman and make him 1-to-1 scale from the movie.
So make him like almost human sized. That would be awesome.
He'd be
Pretty
about
much,
as
yeah.
tall as Tanner.
Yeah, he'd be like 4 feet tall. He would be
Wait,
leprechaun
dude,
sized.
imagine 1-to-1 scale Cogman? What?
But
What?
it's already.
Oh wait, Guy, did you say yours?
I did not because I was going last because I needed to stall for time.
Oh,
I still can't. I'm just gonna go with.
I'm 5'8".
There's
you
a couple
dingbat.
I was really considering. I'd kind of like to see Titans return. I'm gonna be realistic compared to all y'all. I'd like to see Titans return Scourge as like a Voyager to put him to scale with Megatron, Galvatron, and Cyclonus.
Ooh, okay. I
Uh,
mean, mine wasn't that.
I was
bad.
realistic.
Class combiner. I was
mine is. I don't really. I think it would be better at Voyager scale, honestly. And And the other one I wanted that I do have, because I was trying to decide between these two. I'd like to see Titans return Sky Shadow at Titans class, because he looks a lot like Fort Max, which I'm sure is intentional. I'd like to see
really.
those.
It's
It's
more
in
like
the face. They do.
well, I mean, he resembles Sky Shadow from the I guess what was he called back then?
Black Shadow.
Was it Black Shadow?
Black Shadow.
Well,
Say,
one
he's just as
resembles-
old. He's just
one
as
re-
old as Fort Max, so.
Yeah, one resembles the other. Point is, I'd
Actually,
like to
they
s-
did less back then. They've just both kind of slightly shifted, and so yes, they do have very similar heads now. I mean, they were somewhat similar before, but they've both kind of changed. And
Well, Black
Yeah,
Shadow
I
was
guess
Japanese
either-
exclusive, right?
either
wait, what?
either.
Black Shadow was Japanese exclusive. It was Thundering we got in the U.S.
Correct.
So I guess either Titans class Sky Shadow or Leader class Fort Max. Either way.
I would prefer a leader class Fort Max, just because that actually makes sense with him being different sizes in
Yeah.
media.
Mhm.
Whereas Sky Shadow as a
and,
Titan would be
the original
cool.
show. He was Grand Max was the same size as Jinrai.
Yeah.
Then for the figure I don't have. Oh, that's one I really hadn't thought of pretty much at all. So you know what? 1-to-1 scale G1 Unicron.
So you want a Death Star?
Basically.
A transforming Death Star. Not gonna lie, good idea.
Mhm.
Tanner, do you have a random quote of the week prepared, or would you like to go with the option that we have?
The one I
Wait,
came up
what?
with.
You've made an option?
Yes.
Well,
It's
I-
from the clip, which neither of you have watched, but I'm not going to say it because it does contain Megatron cursing, but
Just send
I'll-
it to me
I'll-
real fast.
I'll
and
provide this.
narrate it.
I'll provide the censor.
okay. He goes, that is a King Predacon.
Incorrect.
Well-
That was a Maximal.
Oh my god, you're right. I don't know why I said Predacon. Yes, he said, that was a Maximal. I almost said Predacon again.
Terra. All right. Yes. So the quote of the week, of course, is that was a maximal.
Okay, that was good. It is really funny.
It is.
So definitely go watch that clip.
It was
Did the beep
Finnaker.
come
What are
through?
you doing?
I don't know if the timing was right, but I heard you go beat.
Yeah.
I hope the timing was good. That's gonna be
Um,
hilarious if it isn't.
But this week's mascot is a panda bear cosplaying Bisk.
Oh, I thought it was
yeah.
Biz cosplaying a panda
Oh.
bear. That's what I thought it read as.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's. I mean, I meant it as like the panda bear cosplaying was an adjective. I just realized that it's actually a very poor way to word that, so I will change it to Bisk cosplaying as a panda bear.
Yeah, because panda
It is-
bear
I'm
cosplaying
watching you
Bisk.
change it as we speak.
Is this some sort of joke at Panda Express?
No, it's a cult.
No, you need to watch the clip. That's what it's a reference to.
I don't know why I said that.
It is so funny. But
Dang
I'm
it,
still
I
just
wanna go
imagining
Panda
Bisk
Express.
just changing his
You
color
guys-
scheme to be that of a panda bear.
Eric, First Church of the Bisque.
what?
First Church of the Holy Bisque.
I can't comment on that. I feel like I can't endorse making a religion based off of Bisk. I don't know. I feel like that's something that I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. He's a
Scientology exists. This will be fine.
I know, but do I really want to be a pope? Like, I'm just saying.
A lot of responsibility.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true.
Pope Eric.
I mean,
the
dude,
First.
all
Pope
you're
Eric
doing is
the
being
Flawed.
the Pope to a bowl of soup.
I mean, that's more than you would be a pope of. What would you be pope of?
Well, no, I would just eat the soup.
Gravity car mode.
Oh, gravity.
Don't give him
Oh,
that.
you don't know what? Does Eric know what that is?
I do know what it is. I listened to the episode. Don't
Oh,
give him that
Wait,
honor.
you listened to the episode.
Anyways, so this week, actually, I don't know what I was leading with that, but you can find our other podcasts, which are TF Primecast.
Jared, that's a really cool necklace you sent in the group chat. I saw it because Eric kicked me off of the call.
Yes, I did. But as I was saying, you can check out TF Primecast, our Transformers Prime breakdown show, which there should be a new episode this week based on the 2 episodes after the 5-part opener, which is the Skyquake episode. So
Skyquake.
I very much like him. And also the episode that gave us the eternal shipping of Prime RC and Optimus. It's the Scraplet episode, which if you didn't know, they aren't in there with the Scraplets. They're in the Arctic, and it literally gives us the moment that is responsible for so much fan art and fan fiction in the Prime universe revolving around a relationship that is... Anyways,
Or you
can
could
go check that out later.
just take it to how it was meant to be and a reference to John Carpenter's The Thing from 1982 classic film.
Was it?
no.
I
It was
didn't
not-
think so.
It was not intended to be. Tanner's
I
crazy.
Yeah.
A general rule of thumb, if Tanner says something, it's probably false. But also you can check out...
So
are
what
you
I
guys-
say is false. Look, Eric Crownover is a great guy. You know, I've known him for years, and I tell you what, he is one of my best friends.
Eric
He
kinda
did
wa-
have the moniker of generally false.
It's okay. Yeah, I didn't say...
I
all-
tell you what, Eric Crownover is totally...
Anyway.
Did he just get kicked again?
Yeah,
He
I,
threw his head again for the 4th time.
Continuing. Soundjack, are you guys and Jared, are you guys going to plan on having a new episode of Misaligned this week or no?
I have work again at the normal recording
All right,
time.
so
I
probably
can
have
take
to wait.
your. I can probably take your place, maybe, depending on when the recording is.
I believe I'm working on the day of our
Okay,
recording
We'll
as well.
do it
so
next week. Guy,
yeah.
you can still be on an episode because they are short, one person as of right now. But
I was gonna
yeah,
say.
so stay tuned for next week. But there
I-
definitely there should be a new episode by then.
I was just thinking, Eric, what if we hijack the show for an episode?
That would require me doing another podcast this week. We'll see, though. I'm not opposed to the idea. We might do that actually.
I like that.
I encourage no because this is where the continuity starts to shift terribly.
Oh, then that's I literally I apologize. I didn't mean to kick anyone. I accidentally dropped something and then leaned and I think I kicked Soundjack.
Oh
Yeah, I
my
was kicked.
God.
I apologize. for
Soundjack,
that.
welcome to the Eric's Rejects Club.
No, I like Soundjack.
Well, you kicked him, so he's with me now.
No, stay away.
But yeah, also Awesome Asylum, which that definitely will have a new episode this week, probably based on Black Panther, and that might be a separate thing. But also Punisher Season 2 has just gotten some casting, which I think is cool, and I actually really like that. So we probably will talk about that and some other stuff on Awesome Asylum. And am I leaving? Oh, Holocron Herald. There will be a new episode. I don't know which episodes that will be based on from the Clone Wars. But I can definitely stall while I check really quick on what episodes will be next, because the last one they did was Clone Cadets.
I'll entertain them with my singing. Na 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 na. I'm
Do
sorry.
the time warp.
I was about to
Let's do the time. Oh God, that was actually. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for your eardrums.
say you should be, but it's okay because
I can
the episode,
actually sing. I can actually sing. I promise. This is just not a good time.
the episode they covered while I was out most recently that you can go watch now if you're listening to this as soon as it was uploaded is about Domino Squad, which involves most of them dying. But
Woo.
yes, it is considered one of the better episodes. It's considered a lot of people's favorite. I would even say it's one of the best. It's good. Don't get me wrong. It's good, but it is a lot of people's favorite. Next will be
I remember
I believe
when
it's a
a lot of
two-part.
people died at
Silence.
Domino's
I'm gonna
over
kick you.
Kick him.
pineapple pizza.
Kick him.
Okay, he stopped talking, so I won't. The next arc that we're covering, though, is the Goldie arc, which is R2-D2. I believe it's 2 episodes, but
I hate
it's
that.
it's Downfall of the Droid and Duel of the Droids, which involves Goldie, who is actually a spy, replacing R2-D2. So if you want to check us break down those 2 episodes, definitely tune in to the new episode of Holocron
Okay.
here this week.
Now I'm picturing Duel of the Fates, but it's like in R2D2 chatter.
That is actually kind of funny. Other than that, you can check us out on social media. Definitely check out at Steel and Instagram because we do have entertaining pictures on Instagram, and more people are starting to check that out. So definitely give that a go. And also follow at Nerdy Geek Talk on Twitter because guess what? That has all our podcasts. So that's a good idea. And also subscribe to us on YouTube or iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, all of that good stuff, and Podbean. But individually, you can find me at Eric Crowbar on Twitter. I respond very fast on there. Or at Aramis Prime on Instagram, where I post a lot of my desktop pictures. I respond much faster on Twitter than anything, but I'm also in a ton of Transformers Facebook groups as well. So you can check out any of those places. Tanner, where can we find you?
Okay, well, you can find me on my film-inspired cooking show on YouTube, Tanner's Treats and Eats. It's where I make various customized meals from film, and it's just a great
He's
show.
lying.
It's a good time. And you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter at Tanner's Prime.
What channel was that, Tanner?
Hashtag
it's,
free
the
Tanner.
film may or may not be real. Episode 1 airs this.
Anyway,
Hashtag free Tanner.
no. Jared, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me on you can find me on Twitter at Jared Proko. That's where I'm at most of the time. I have been starting to do some desk spots lately. However, for the past day or two, I've kind of forgotten about it. Sorry.
It is not easy to do it every day. I will say that. At least to have a gag every day too. It's not easy.
That's why like on my most recent one I said I don't have anything clever to say. Just
At the time.
No, actually, Tanner, I kicked you off because your gain was terrible. There was an actual reason that time. Now you're okay.
Hashtag free Tanner.
Miguel, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Lois Miner.
Alrighty. Soundjack, how about you?
You can find me in a bunch of places, but the most common ones to find me will be Twitter, Instagram, and my YouTube channel, all at SoundJack426. Twitter is just basically me hanging out. Instagram has a lot of photos of my toys, and my YouTube channel is predominantly a toy review channel for Transformers. It also has, specifically, there will be a video up of Battle Trap going out tomorrow.
Nice.
Just that plug. Well, actually, probably by today, but most people would see this podcast. It also has a podcast called Soundjack's Rambles, where I just talk about different nerdy things that I like. I am trying so hard to get a podcast on Black Panther out, but these past 2 weeks have been crap for getting that recorded.
Wait, shouldn't it be Soundjack Rumbles?
No,
No.
that's literally the pun. Because Soundwave and Rambles, and never mind.
Hashtag free Soundjack.
Anyway, and then I've also started a new thing. I don't know how frequently it would be uploaded, but a new sound series I like to call Soundjack Shorts, where it's just like short stop-motion skits. I had an interaction between Ramjet and Skywarp because they are the two seekers with memes attached to them.
And you can also find Soundjack. This is a surprise to everyone because I just thought of it. On our new poll we will be having on Twitter, where you can guess what Soundjack's real name is. It'll be a vote. Now, if you've if you've listened, then you should know the correct answer. But I feel like a lot of people won't remember it because we did just mention it once very quick on a past episode. So
Anyone that's watched my live stream will know, though, I think.
Yeah, if they
yeah,
watch
but
a
I don't
live
think
stream.
that's as many people as watch the show. So and
True.
are following us on Twitter. So
True.
we do have that. So it will be fun, and also there will be some awesomely ridiculous names to pick from. So
I can't
definitely
wait.
go check that out.
Yingle do? one of them be Gingledoof.
No, they're going to be actual names, like real names, but you'll have to guess what soundtrack is from those options, and it will definitely be one of those options for certain. But
Of course, totally.
I think that
Yeah, like Riff Raff, Dr.
Oh.
Frankenfurter, Reference.
I hate you. One thing I forgot to say is definitely share this podcast with your friends and anyone on social media that you think would like it, because there's always room for growth. And if you have any complaints or compliments for the show, definitely tweet them at us or leave them in a review or comment somewhere. We'll see it to let us know how we can improve the show, what else you'd like to see, all that. But also, Gaia,
Christabella, yes. You can find me on Twitter. Usual disclaimer, I like and retweet some occasionally not safe for work material. So that said, you can find me on Twitter at shingeki.ass. And I made an Instagram, mostly just for the poll, but haven't deleted it yet. It's at Spook Troop, and that's spelled SPOUKETROUPE. And I really haven't done much with that. Like,
if you follow me at Aaron Prime on Instagram, I'll add you to our Steel City Bots chat on Instagram, by the way.
Okay, sounds good. But yeah, so feel free to find me on there. I sent out some old pictures from it that I took a while back that were kind of stupid, but yeah. So you can, and that one will be. I'm thinking that one will actually be pretty clean. So there's no age limit barrier on that one.
Sweet. And yeah, I think that's about it. So yeah, thanks for watching. That's about it. Bye. See you next week.
Bye, Anara.
Bye-bye.
Let's do the time warp again.
Eric, what was